Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to yet another live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast, presented exclusively by our family over at the Debate Network. I am your host, Dylan Hebert, the silent assassin, the ace of World Elite. And joining me, as always, is the Elite Core 4. First, we got our guy, the real Triple J, Jordan.
Time to play the game.
What's going on, Jordan?
Not too much. Ready to kick this off.
Absolutely. And of course, and he knows it's coming, we got our guy, the rock hard of podcasting, Blaine Arson.
Rock hard! Only am I rock hard. Want me to go to sleep. I'm not tired. I'm fully rested.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on, guys? Ready for another week of talking wrestling?
Absolutely. And then last but not least, continuing his Undertaker-like streak with the show, we got our guy, the sensational one, Gary. What's going on, brother?
What's up, guys? How's it going? Happy to be here for another show. Feeling good.
Absolutely. And as you can see, we do have an empty spot in the middle. Still waiting on one of our guests to be joining us, so we'll shift it on over to our other guest. The moment this guy told me he was going to come on with us, I was very excited. He hasn't been on our show in well over a year, so it is my pleasure. And he's also a part of the Debate Network. You can catch him on various watch-alongs whenever he does go on them, and he will be. I'm pretty sure on the Dynamite watch-along tonight. We got our guy, the Chef, Brian Cook. What's going on, brother? Oh wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's try this again. How you doing, man?
Hey, I can't complain. I hope everybody's doing well out there today.
Absolutely, man. Well, very excited to have you on. Like I said, we do have another guest that will be coming in soon, hopefully. But we're gonna kick things off with this weekend. We had Backlash that was live from Tampa, Florida. Since we only had 5 matches, we'll go match by match, and depending on how the show goes, if we go over our time, I don't want to trickle much into Dynamite. Then we'll talk about some Monday Night Raw as well. So we'll start off with the beginning of the show. We're not going to waste anyone's time. We had the opener, which was the first hour. Actually, it was free on ESPN2, so that was another opportunity for more eyes to get on the product. You know, people who may be interested and starting to watch the product, this was their free chance to try and watch it. We started off with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. This was a rivalry that was brewing since, man, well into the new year. Braun Breaker suffers his injury. He's on the shelf for a little while. And now we finally get the match that we were hoping to get at WrestleMania, but we got it at Backlash. And in my opinion, was a good opener. So starting with Chef, man, what did you think about this match? Anything that you liked about it, didn't like about it? You could give it a star rating if you want to. And what do you see about the future for this rivalry of Seth and Braun?
To be honest, I didn't really get to see the opener that much. I was busy doing something. But as for the future of this rivalry, with everything that's been going on with Braun, I mean, he had this injury, and that kind of stopped the momentum that he was going on. I mean, everything that's going on with Seth. I mean, with Seth Rollins, the division, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what they're going. I wonder if they can stretch this all the way to SummerSlam at least.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, but if they do, I hope they don't water it. I hope they don't water it down, because WWE has had a lot of problems with either starting and stopping rivalries, or not really doing that much good with them.
Mm-hmm.
like they did with Jade and Rhea leading up to WrestleMania.
Right. Yeah.
And we all know how bad those promos were. Yeah. I hope no matter how much longer Seth and Braun go, I hope that this rivalry doesn't suffer too many bumps in the road and stuff like that. And because those two I really like. Seth has been one of my absolute favorites for years and years and years. He's one of the workhorses of this company, if not the workhorse. While Roman Reigns has been the face.
Right.
And while he's still active competitor, he needs all the good rivalries that he can get, and Braun is definitely a person that he can work with.
Yeah, absolutely. Gary?
So it was my first Backlash. So I'm coming into this, kind of like everything the past couple of weeks. My first WrestleMania, my first becoming a fan, all this, whatever. I actually really liked the match. I thought it was entertaining. I kind of had similar thoughts as WrestleMania, where I think that maybe one or two of the other matches should have been the free hour match. But overall, to get people excited into it, I can see why they did that, because it was actually a good match. It brought in eyes, and the only thing I think that I was disappointed with, and I think it's just kind of like a personal opinion thing, because it seems to happen a lot, but I didn't like how it was going back and forth, and then right whenever it swayed into Seth's favor, the rest of the division came out and completely just took all of his focus away. He started messing with Logan on the side of the ring, and then all of a sudden Braun comes in and takes the win. And I mean, I do think Braun should have won, yeah, because Seth is older, and maybe it's time to start moving towards the younger talent and stuff, bringing up our future of wrestling. Stuff like that, handing off the torch, basically, what they always do. And so I think Braun should have won, yeah, but I just don't like how they always seem to have this gimmick where like they win because of the other person being like their attention is not where it should be. You know, like they're focused on something else, and then they just come in and steal the win. And as far as like the future of their feud, I mean, we already saw it. Like, I know we're not really talking about Monday Night Raw right now. We may not have time later, whatever. But we already saw they're still going head to head on Monday Night Raw. You know, the Vision went head to head, and then Seth came in and kind of ruined the whole like triple tag team match, whatever, the 3-way match and stuff. So like, I want to see them keep going head to head. And I just hope it doesn't turn into like, you know, I think we kind of talked about it last week. I don't want to see it turn into like a an AJ Lee Becky Lynch thing, where like Braun's just gonna keep winning and winning and winning, and then all of a sudden at the very end where it matters, Seth is like get dumpstered, you know. And I hope it kind of sways like back and forth for a while, and they're able to like do something with the story, and then it ends with, you know, potentially Seth like handing off the torch to Braun and being like, you know, I brought you in, I trained you or helped you train, whatever. I want to see you have a bright future. And so, you know, kind of like what happened with EO and stuff, you know, like them make amends. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I was, and for one, I didn't want to cut you off, but whenever you were talking about how you don't like how someone only wins because the other people are coming out to help them all the time, and if you were watching, you know, back then when Roman was champion for like 3 years, you would have hated it because the Usos and the Bloodline got involved every time. And it was so infuriating to watch. So you would have hated it if you would have been watching at that time.
It's funny because the last time I shared that exact same sentiment, it was either De Niro or Eli, but they said the exact same thing. They were like, you would have hated watching a couple years back when Seth had his like long reign or whatever, or Roman. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. I got them mixed up.
Exactly, yeah, because you would have hated it, and I would say especially around the time, I think it was Clash at the Castle, it was Roman and Drew for the title, and you know the thing is Drew McIntyre came out to his old song and people were buzzing about it, and it transitioned to his current song, and he was about to win, and then someone pulls the ref out, and that was the debut of Solo Sikoa, and it was just another member into the Bloodline. It was so infuriating to watch as a fan that Roman was getting this help every single time, and yeah, it seems like that's what they're sort of doing with the Vision, how Vision gets involved every time and whatnot. But no, Steven made some good points. He says Seth got Braun over, he can take a loss, and it's time to push Braun to the moon. I 100% agree, and it seems like Bronson Reed is also close to coming back, so that's another obstacle for Seth Rollins to get over in his feud with Braun Breaker. So Blaine, what you think about it, man?
I think it was a good back and forth match, man. I was shocked by the ending. I didn't think Braun was gonna win, but like everybody else was saying, I know it's not going to be the end of it, so they might stretch it to SummerSlam, maybe even into WrestleMania. So it's gonna be a good summer for sure with that rivalry.
Absolutely. Jordan?
Oh yeah, I think the match was great. The spears that Braun Breaker did was wild, but no, I don't think the few they don't have like more matches though.
Yeah, I can pretty much piggyback off of all of y'all, you know, saying that, you know, this is far from over, and everything is going to trickle into SummerSlam, and like how Blaine was saying, it could go all the way to Mania next year, since they didn't even get their Mania moment for this year. I mean, the thing with Rollins was he was trying to recreate all this stuff. I was seeing, you know, it was a bunch of Will Ospreay spots he was trying to recreate, was botching all of them. It was a sad scene for one. Was tripping every time he was doing it, and overall, though, you know, if you take that away, even if you keep that in there, I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a good opener, and it was really fun to watch. And yeah, this is far from over. I think it's a great feud, and you know, I'm once again bringing up what Steven said, that Bronson Reed is going to be coming back at some point. So I think that'll make the Vision a little a little more, like, I would say, intimidating. You know, you got Braun Breaker there, you got Bronson Reed, but then I'm not so much intimidated by like Austin Theory and by Logan Paul or anything like that. So Braun and Bronson are like the two big ones that I'm really excited to pair back together whenever when Reed does come back. So now we get to the second match of the night, and Gary couldn't wait to talk about this match, by the way, because this was his favorite of the night. He paid so much attention to it the entire time. So we had the rematch of WrestleMania, Trick Williams and Sami Zayn, followed by, on SmackDown, the funeral of the Gingerbread Man, which came back to life inside the casket, which was Lil Yachty once again coming back. Who also, if you talk celebrity involvements, I think Lil Yachty has been one of my favorite celebrity involvements around the Mania time, because I don't think he's trying to take the spotlight away from this feud or from Trick Williams. So I think he's doing good. But Chef, what'd you think about this, man? Same as far as the first match. You know, do you think this feud is over with? What do you see more for Trick Williams going into the future? I know Trick has a bright future as the United States champion.
Not only does he has a bright future, but there is a good chance that he's the U.S. champion now.
Right.
But he, in my eyes, he is one of those people that can easily be Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
Tag team champion, United States champion he has right now. He can win the IC title and the world title if they give him a chance.
Yeah.
Because his charisma is off the charts. He's athletic as hell. He can be a face or a heel. He can talk. The fans love him. What more could you want?
Yep.
And he worked well with he and Yachty worked well with Sami Zayn in the ring.
Yeah.
And that was also a very good match too. They and I don't know about you guys, but you think that this is not over? I mean, you don't think that this is over for Sami, do you?
No, I mean, not for Sami. I mean, for one, he wasn't over with this crowd. I mean, they were pro Trick 100%, and they turned on Sami big time.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But Trick. I mean, but Trick. I've always loved Trick Williams since the first time I saw him in the NXT. He's gonna go places.
Absolutely.
They got him. They got Carmelo Hayes. They got bouncy Javon Evans.
Yeah.
Could you imagine all three of those guys as a trio?
I would like it. Yeah.
Now, as far as if that ever happened, as far as the leader, it would have to be Trick.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%.
It would have to be Trick. But now, I'm thinking, once this, if this feud isn't over already, I mean, once he stops feuding with Zayn, I wonder who would you guys put up against? Put him up against, so he could potentially ascend to the next level for 2026, if not 2027 already.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I would love to see. Oh, hold on. Before we continue on, he finally showed up. Ladies and gentlemen, also a part of the Debate Network. You can catch him sometimes on Fridays on the SmackDown Watch Along, sometimes on Chaotic Chaos every Sunday. Our guy Dirt Sheet Dan himself. Dango, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
What's up, guys? How are you guys?
We're good, man. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, my internet was having issues. I've been trying to get in for like the last 20 minutes.
Oh, it's all good. Before we switch
your
on
bullshit internet.
Before we get to Gary on the Trick and Sami match, we'll swing back to the first match. Dango, what did you think about the opener of Backlash with Seth and Braun?
Honestly, I think Braun did pretty good for his first match back after being out for almost a year. And I thought him and Seth will probably have a great match the second time around, an even better one. Like, I know Seth botched a couple moves. He botched the Will Ospreay type moves to try to even for their little inside feud.
Yeah.
So I thought the match was really good. So,
and then it would technically be your turn on this one. Trick and Sammy, do you think this is the end? Hopefully it is, but did you like the match as well?
I did. I thought the match was good. But I think Sammy you could put anyone in a match with Sammy and it could be a broomstick. You could put him over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rest in peace, Gingerbread Man.
I always love Sami Zayn.
Yeah. And then getting to Gary, since this was your favorite match of the night, Gary, what do you think about it? And do you think the feud's over? Like I said, hopefully it is. But what do you see next for Trick Williams?
So, as you guys know, I was a huge fan of this match. It was my favorite match of the whole event, and honestly, my favorite part was the intros, because I really like Sammy's intro song and I really like Trick Williams's intro. So I think that was the best part of the match, honestly. The rest of it I didn't even watch. I could not care any less. Don't like their feud. Don't like any of it. I thought it was, excuse my language, I thought it was dog shit at WrestleMania, and it was probably dog shit on Saturday, but again, I didn't watch it. I literally did not pay attention.
Tell how you really feel.
I hope to God that the feud is over, because I don't want to hear about these two going at it anymore. And as far as like Trick Williams' future, I want him to have a bright future. I think he can have a really bright future. I know Chef had, brought up the question of like who would he feud with next after Sammy, and unfortunately, I'm still newer to like the WWE fan base and stuff. I don't really know who would be a good matchup for him, but I just hope it's a lot better than the Sami Zayn matchup. Like I when I first started watching, I loved Sami Zayn, but I think that their feud has gotten to the point where it's dragging him down, and I think that he's ready to move on to bigger, better things and let Sammy, focus on other things as well, and the two of them should not enter the ring together for the near future, at least.
Jesus, tell us how you really feel, man.
we're gonna have another rant clip. It's gonna be how much I hate this matchup.
Play.
I'm like Gary. I didn't watch this match. I was not. I didn't want it on the show, to be honest with you. I hope it's over with. I hope Trick start a storyline with Carmelo Hayes. That would be a great match. A great feud.
Jordan?
Yeah, I think the match was pretty good, but yeah, it's time for this feud to go.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with all of y'all. I thought it was, the match itself was all right of what I did watch of it. I think I was doing something around the house during the match, and I heard the bell ring and it was over. I'm like, oh, well, that's it. Yeah, I could definitely see, and I was looking at some of the comments, seeing Mello and Trick, seeing Trick and someone like Ilya Dragunov also. I would definitely be interested. They haven't really been booking. They haven't really been booking Ilya for anything. So if you want to get him back in the U.S. title picture, maybe do that as well. But I think anything at this point would be better than him and Sammy going at it again, because I was about to rip my eyes out after seeing that they would do it again at Backlash. And it was not interesting at Mania, and it definitely was not interesting at Backlash. So I'm glad this is the end. Hopefully it's the end. And I think for once Sammy can do something better. It's just he's always playing the same role every time. He's playing that underdog role every time, and I think it's time to do something different, and it's time to do something new with this guy for sure.
Yeah, people get sick of him, man.
Yeah, for sure. Then we get to our first match that was shifting over to the ESPN app. If you weren't watching on it already, if you were watching on free television, you moved on to the app for this one. And I thought this was fun. A lot of people criticize this one, but I thought it was fun. Danhausen revealed that his partner was in a clone machine, and it turned out to be a more little version of him, which I learned during the match that it was El Torito that used to be with the Matadors whenever they were there in the WWE. And it took on Miz Kit Wilson, and during the match, Kit Wilson forced him into the clone machine, and a bunch of little Danhausens came out and started whipping up on Kit Wilson's ass. So I thought that was funny as well. But this was more of a comedic match, nothing to criticize on the internet. It was just a fun thing to do. Chef, what did you think about this match, man? It was just, like I said, it was just a bunch of comedy, so no reason for anyone to complain or get mad at the product at all.
Hey, anytime you can see the Miz and Kit Wilson absolutely get worked like a part-time job. I mean, and Angel gets his wings, okay. I never really been a big fan of the Miz anyway, and I could care less about Kit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so Danhausen, Minihausen. Yeah, I always loved Dan. I just wish that they did a lot more with him in the AEW. But I'm glad that he's getting his time to shine in WWE now that he is in WWE. A lot of people hated on it when he showed up, and which I think is wrong because he is a good wrestler and he is funny.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a comedy match. I mean, it's nothing to criticize.
Yeah.
I didn't have any problems with it at all.
Dango?
I really did enjoy this match. You got to have a sense of humor. You got to realize it's wrestling. You're not supposed to take it seriously. So I thought the match was really funny. I mean, I was expecting Punk and like with the face to be like Punkhausen. That's what I was expecting. That's what I thought. I thought it was just going to be Punk returning and helping
I guess Punk too, but I figured that it would be. I had a feeling that it would be something like this because WWE had already did something like that with Doink back in the day, and they had all those mini Doinks at Survivor Series. Mm-hmm. So WWE's done this before, so I wasn't surprised.
Yeah, Steven, you're right there. If you're not laughing, you don't have a sense of humor. Yeah. So I thought the match was really good. The funny moment, especially him going in. I thought when he went into the cloning machine that he was going to come back like as Punk. I thought that's when they were going to swap it out. I didn't expect them and all the mini people to run out.
That was great.
So yeah, I really liked it, and honestly, hopefully this is the end of that feud.
Yeah, same here. Gary?
I loved it. I mean, anyone who has been watching for a while knows I'm a Danhausen fan. I have been since day one. The biggest thing that I regret is last week I gave a joke answer that was kind of a serious answer at the same time, where I thought that his partner was going to be Obafemi. And in my head, I was like, at WrestleMania, they had the whole thing where, like, you know, the little Danhausens came out and helped him whenever John Cena was talking and stuff. And they had, like, a little joke match then, kind of, you know, where they, like, punched Kit in the balls and stuff. And I had a inkling, but I'm not a big enough, like, I don't know enough about it. So I didn't say anything because I thought it was going to be too dumb. And I regret not saying it because I had actually thought about saying that it was going to be the mini Danhausens that were going to be his partner. Only I thought when I saw the cloning machine at Backlash, you know, while we were watching Saturday, I was like, oh shit, it is the mini Danhausen or whatever. And when he went in, I thought that someone like Obafemi or someone was going to come out, not all of them. which it made more sense because we already saw all of them at WrestleMania. You know that it would
Right.
be all of them scattering out of the machine, but it sucks because it was a missed opportunity. I had thought about it and I didn't say it, and I'm kicking myself for it because it would have been awesome to be like, I told y'all, you know. But but no, I mean honestly, I loved the match. I thought it was hilarious. I'm a big Danhausen fan. I think he's awesome for the awesome for the events and stuff because he is like the comedic relief. It's not all serious all the time, and I mean, I'm still kind of getting used to the whole like podcast stuff and streaming once a week and stuff. So I've been kind of like a character on here and joking around and stuff. So I kind of relate to Danhausen in a way too, because I'm kind of like the comic relief on the show. So I mean, but no, I loved the match. I thought it was awesome.
Blaine?
I'm probably the only one on here. I didn't like it either. I didn't.
Oh, come on!
I didn't care for it, man. I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't care for it. I don't know. I can't describe it. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Move this man!
Come on.
That's what I was thinking.
Exactly. I was waiting for him to stop talking. I didn't want to cut him off. Jordan?
Oh yeah, I love this match. Seeing the mini Danhausen and then going back into the machine and then all of them beat up Kit Wilson. That was funny, but yeah, I love the match.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that liked it, a lot that didn't, but the ones that are on like social media complaining, being really serious about it, just grow up. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all fun, and it's just that way of getting a little bit of comedy into wrestling. And it's not always serious all the time. So yeah, if there was a time that you didn't like it, that's okay. But you have obvious reason behind it. And Blaine wasn't being like those ones on the internet and going after Triple H, going after this, saying he's failed for what he's doing just because of Danhausen. Just stop. All right, like it's just fun at the end of the day. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny seeing the little ones come out after he went back into the cloning machine. I was thinking maybe like a bigger version of someone who's like not being used, or someone who was kind of into this feud already, kind of like a CM Punk, kind of like I was even thinking like Omos or something would have came out, not with like face paint or whatever, but he would have came out as himself, being that one went in back in there. But for one, I thought it was really cool how a bunch of them came out again, kind of like how they did at WrestleMania. So when we were picking, I was certainly thinking they would have did someone who was already on the roster, someone who was already there, and I, for one, was not thinking about the little ones that we had at WrestleMania already. So I thought it was a cool comic relief to insert into the show, and I'm just ready to see who Danhausen goes at it with next. Because if this is the end with him and The Miz, then I'm really interested to see where he goes next and who he targets next to curse him. Then we get to our next match, which I thought was very good as well. Io Sky and Asuka. The match ended, and we're getting some retirement rumors now about Asuka, but the way it ended, they made their amends, and a lot of emotions were shedding, and then even getting into Raw whenever we talk about that later. That sparked a lot of rumors. So, Chef, man, what did you think about this match? Do you think this is the end for Asuka? I mean, if it is, do you see her going somewhere else? You see her just hanging it up in general? What do you see?
She could go somewhere else. Unless, what they say never in wrestling. Unless she completely wants to hang him up.
Mm-hmm.
After everything that she has done throughout her career. Unless she comes out on social media or something, unless she gives WWE her notice that she's retiring or whatever it may be. She can go anywhere. She can go anywhere that she wants to and just be part-time. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people are probably wondering if she's going to go to automatically going to go to the AEW. But she doesn't have to go there. She can go to TNA and be part-time there with the Knockouts if she wants to. Maybe she can help train them. I mean, she can go home to Japan to Stardom.
Yeah.
In any case, she's one of the best female wrestlers. She's one of the best lady wrestlers of all time. Kayla. She has done so much for the business. I've always loved Asuka. NXT Asuka is one of the best that they've ever had. Period. Point blank. End of story.
Yep.
And if my memory serves me correctly, I heard that she actually had an intergender match with Minoru Suzuki or something.
Damn. Wow.
If memory serves me correctly, and I'm correct, that she's even more hardcore than I thought.
Hey, if she did have that match, you need to find that chef for Sunday Night Cinema.
Hey, I'm going to look for that match. I've heard that she had that. I heard somewhere that she had that match with him. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago that I heard that. So like I said, I'm going to search for it and see if it's true or not.
From what I'm seeing, it looks like she did.
Hey, that should tell you how badass she is.
Yeah, I know.
But in any case, she's one of the best, one of the very best, and all best wishes for her. And Io Sky is one of the best too. Come on, how can you not love Io?
Yeah.
But I hope that she never gets her head rammed to the ring post ever again like that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like seeing that during matches. Mm-mm. I mean, my neck, and I'd get a concussion just from looking at stuff like that.
Yeah. Dango?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this match. I thought this was probably one of the best matches on the card. From a technical standpoint, I thought they really showed what the Japanese women can do. I think Io and Asuka really left it all in the ring, and had a great like them two will always have great chemistry with each other. But yeah, this was a really, really great match. I was very surprised with the ending, with her hugging her and putting it into rumors, especially after Raw on Monday where she left with all her stuff. So she's probably just taking a minor break, where who knows. So we won't know until we find out what happens in the weeks to come, or the months to come. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gary?
I mean, I agree with both Dango and Chef. I love this match. I felt kind of like it was the main event, honestly. Like, it was such a good feud that the storyline, I mean, not to keep beating a dead horse, I came in really late, and it's a storyline that even I caught on to, and I loved watching them feud. And it's definitely sad that Kyrie wasn't there to be a part of like the end, because she was such a major part of it leading up to this moment. I wish the best to Kyrie also, though, but it was an amazing match. Really, really enjoyed it, and I do like also that they did make amends at the end. They were like friends again and stuff. It just, I don't know. It was a great match. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out, of course, to our OPC himself, Ivan, giving the whole crew some love tonight. Looking forward to checking out Dynamite, the watch along, and then All Elite Dirt Sheet later on tonight. So appreciate you for tuning in, OPC. It's always a pleasure to have you.
We love you.
Steven also said match of the night. It was Io and Asuka. I agree. And Bakley is chiming in. Gary, you're just a hero of the story. Keep talking. And also, Ivan showing his love to Dango and Chef as well.
And you-
Appreciate
and you
you
as-
once again, brother.
And you as well, Dylan.
Blaine.
This was my favorite match of the night by far. They like Dango said earlier about Sami Zayn, you can put Io with a broomstick and she will make anybody look good, even with Asuka. Both of them actually, you can put them with a broomstick, they both make them look good. Great match. I was shocked at the end with the hug. I wasn't expecting that, and I hope it's not the end for Asuka. But if it is, what a career she had in WWE.
Yeah, I just thought of something.
What you got?
I just want to say about the match, like the one thing I guess that caught me off guard is they had how like a couple of nights before, I guess at SmackDown, the Friday before, Asuka had like spit the venom or whatever, the poison, whatever, into her eyes, and then she went to do it again at Backlash, and she was holding up the laptop and it covered her face.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that was crazy. I don't know. I really loved that match. I thought the whole thing was fantastic.
It was. Jordan?
Yeah, I think this was the match of the night too. And no, I don't think she's finished. If she is, then she had a good career, but might be taking a break, like Dangle said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this and oh boy, I got my brother also chiming in. He said if Io's on the card, she's gonna have match of the night 9 times out of 10. # best in the world. Yeah, Ryan's a big Io fan for sure. I think also Blaine, I think a little bit more than Roxanne. I think he's a bigger fan.
Oh my God.
So that speaks volume right there. But yeah, this was hands down match of the night for sure.
Roxanne sucks.
Goddamn, you were talking good about her the other week.
I say she looked good.
Yeah.
I say she
Okay. There's a difference. I got you.
He says she looks good. Doesn't mean she's good in the ring.
Okay, well that makes sense.
I got where Brad's going.
She just looks good.
Yeah, she looks good. I didn't say she is good.
Dude, Ryan would scream if Roxanne and Io went into the ring against each other.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
But yeah, this was match of the night by far, and I was looking forward to it. He said at least doesn't botch all her moves like Soruka. Wow. And then yeah, I was looking forward to this match. I was hoping they would have had it at Mania. That was an open spot on night 2, being there was one less match, so they should have inserted this into Mania. I think that Mania deserved this match, but this was really good. And if this is the end for Asuka, also like everyone was saying, great career. I mean, NXT Asuka was the best version of Asuka, and giving her first loss at a WrestleMania that I attended, making her tap out of all things to Charlotte, I thought was one of the worst possible moves they could have did for her. But then for her, the career just kept, being good for her and whatnot. So, I mean, I could see possibly a break or something. The way she left on Raw, I guess I could see maybe a break and then she comes back at some point. But it was nice to see her and Io kind of have that moment in the ring as well. Sucks, like Gary's saying, that Kyrie wasn't there for it. A lot of people predicted she would come for one last moment with them too, but it sucks that they didn't pull the trigger on it. Getting to a little segment we had right before the main event, we had the greatest of all time, John Cena, come in, and he made an announcement that he said would kind of shake up a lot of things as far as the outlook on wrestling, and he announced the John Cena Classic, which is main roster versus NXT, and also would mean that there's a new championship in there. And the concept of it is awkward because you can win the whole tournament, but if you don't win the fan vote, you don't win the championship. I don't understand. That's exactly what it is. It's Taboo Tuesday. And I don't know. It's an odd concept, but I'm extremely excited to see where they go with it. Chef, what do you think about the announcement? Do you have an early, front runner as far as who can win this? I mean, what do you see?
I don't know how to feel about this.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're supposed to take a challenge that involves wrestling, and you're turning it into American freaking Idol.
Yeah.
you win the match, but you lose the vote. Or you can lose, or you can lose the match, but yet you win the vote. And I just automatically get idol vibes because we all know historically, ever since they started, most of the time, the loser goes on to the person who loses, finishes second place, goes on to have a better career, or at least the better album release than the person who wins.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're going to make this Cena challenge work. And there's a bunch of front runners. I mean, I mentioned Carmel. I mentioned Trick Williams, Carmel Hayes, Javon Evans. The fans love them. Besides them, you have Joe Hendry, of course.
Yeah.
The women. There's a bunch of women that could, that can at least contend. I mean, people do love Soruka, don't they?
Yes, they do.
I was going to say Blaine loves her.
Only one person loves her. But he loves her for the whole community.
Blaine and OGK. Blaine and Peyton.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
That's all that matters. Me and her will be on the beach in Hawaii together with that title.
High tie in your hand.
How can you follow that up?
Dango?
I think that this is gonna be a great thing with the tournament, but I think TKO is gonna find some way to screw this up because they're gonna try to sabotage the vote and vote for someone that the fans don't want to be champion because it'll be like, oh, you guys voted for this.
Jesus.
They'll find a way to put some random person as champion. I don't know. Depending on when the event is, I could see Oba Femi winning it just because the easiest way to crown him.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do who are you gonna have him going against? You're gonna have him going against Mason Rook?
Yes. I was getting ready to say that. Yes.
Yep.
I would love that matchup.
Honestly, yes. That kid is gonna be so good. He reminds me of a young Gunther.
Yes.
That's not a bad comparison.
No, and then the sad part is people write him off on the internet without even seeing him do anything. He hasn't wrestled one match in NXT. Go back and watch his other stuff. This guy is fantastic.
Good, interesting point. He was a security guard last year for I think it was the Sam Punk Seth Rollins feud. I forgot which feud it was. He was a security guard. He was a WWE security for that feud.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
crazy.
So he's been with it for a while. So I think this has a really good shot to be really, really, really good idea. Hopefully WWE doesn't screw it up like they did Taboo Tuesday and Sunday, whatever the other one.
Cyber Sunday.
Cyber Sunday, yeah. Where the other fan choices where that they played with the vote.
Yeah.
Where Vince played with the vote. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Gary? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm good.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, the only reason I'm hoping that they don't. Well, I mean, I hope they don't, regardless. But the only reason I guess that I don't think they will allow vote skewing is because Cena said that he was gonna be overseeing pretty much the whole project, and I like John Cena, so I hope that we can trust him. I have mixed feelings about it. I think it's great to allow the fans to have some sort of say in it, to have more of a voice. But I don't like the whole if you win the match, you can still lose the tournament thing. I think that's stupid. I think like Chef had kind of compared it to American Idol, and in a lot of ways it is. But the only thing about that is like singing is arguably more opinionated based. This is literally like concrete evidence someone wins either by tap out or like pin, whatever. There is a winner arguably 90% of the time. Every once in a while you have like a disqualification or a no contest, whatever, but most of the time there is a concrete winner. And I don't see how they're going to be like, oh, well, you just busted your ass. You won 5 matches in a row, but you didn't get the vote. So sorry, you're going home. You're voted off the island. Goodbye, Like, this isn't fucking Weakest Link. This is WWE wrestling. Like, I don't know. That's the only part I don't like. And again, like I said, I hope that with John Cena overseeing most of it, if not all of it, that hopefully it'll stay fair and unskewed and it'll be like the actual opinion of the fans. But I also don't have a lot of confidence in the fans that there's not going to be people like me that pick for like the media's answer and not the actual person that's doing the best, just because it causes a lot of chaos and it's fucking hilarious.
Right.
So I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I hope it goes well. I really think it's an awesome idea on paper, but the bad thing is a lot of things on paper do not like transfer well to practice. So I'm just kind of nervous about it.
Blaine?
I love everything about it. I don't know about y'all, but I was a fan of Taboo Tuesday. I actually liked it, giving the fans a vote or whatever on the outcome or the opponent or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I think I called it last week too when you was asking like what do you think the announcements will be. I think I said something about bringing the up and comers up faster than like the John Cena farewell tour or whatever maybe. So, but I like it though. It's great. I'm anxious to see anxious to see where it's going to be and when and how the outcome of it.
Yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, I like it too. I can't wait to see how it goes, and I can see like maybe like Trick or Carmelo Hayes and them winning it, but I can't wait to see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely an interesting one to see how it goes. It's a very confusing concept. If you win, you still can't win, or something like that. It's kind of odd, but I'm not going to turn down the idea from hearing it for the first time. I'm going to see how it plays out and then kind of make my criticism as I go. But yeah, I mean, before Dango had said it, I could definitely see like a finals of like Oba and someone like Mason Rook, who was Will Cruz on the Indies. I definitely got to show Gary this guy because, man, this guy is good. Okay.
I actually saw a lot of YouTube shorts of like some of his stuff, and he seems like really awesome.
And the sad part is people write him off like so quickly because of his look, because of his size. People write him off so fast, and they haven't seen him do anything in NXT. They're so blind to just see, I'm watching WWE.
There's
and
a
NXT,
lot of really big like wrestlers though that are like overweight and have had amazing careers. Like even I know that, and I haven't seen most of them even fight.
Yeah. I mean, but I would definitely like to see something like that. Oba. Like Mason Rook or something like that go at it. That's a dream matchup right there. That would be so much fun to watch. But yeah, like I said, it's a pretty confusing concept at first. But like I said, I'm gonna see how it pans out, and then I'll kind of make my criticism as it goes because it could definitely get better. But we'll see. Then we get to our main event, which was Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns got the victory by putting Jacob into the turnbuckle with the turnbuckle pad removed, spearing him, and Jacob pretty much no-selling it at the end and then attacking Roman right after the match. Chef, what did you think about this one, man? Was it a good main event? Did the right person win? And obviously we see now on Raw that this is far from over going into Clash in Italy. So what did you think about it?
It was good, but it was predictable. You basically knew that Roman was going to. I mean, do something like that, or he's going to rely on what is left of the bloodline to help him retain, like we've seen a million times before. I mean, ever since a couple of years before the pandemic, you knew this was. We all knew that he was going to retain. So as far as but I'm glad that Fatu took it to him. I mean, it's psychologically, in the storytelling, he is basically right now the only person that can basically step to him, that can step to Roman and take that title from him. And he is showing that's what you're gonna have to do to beat him. You're gonna have to. You can't just use technical wrestling. You can't use. You can't out wrestle Roman. You have to beat him. You have to hurt him. If he's the big dog, you can't show that big dog that you're afraid of him.
Right.
It's one of those matches where the bully has to basically be bullied, especially if he's a champion. And hell, Larry Sabisco once said it a long time ago when WCW was still around. It's very hard to beat a champion. Much easier to hold on to it than it is to take it away.
Right.
So as far as Fatu versus Roman goes as a feud, I wonder if it's gonna go at least to SummerSlam or through it, because we know how much that WWE loves Jacob Fatu. We know we all know Roman Reigns' position, and the entire bloodline storyline that just will not go away. That's why I always call it the storyline as the bloodline turns, or all my bloodline, or bloodline hospital, because it's a never ending soap opera.
Yeah. Daniel?
Oh, my bad. This is the first match. I actually really, really liked this match. I thought it was really one of those things where it's like it was predictable, but you kind of knew Roman was going to win. It was just a matter of, okay, when's the Shabaka going to come in? When is shenanigans going to come in? All Roman. You know there's going to be. And basically from us beating that, what we saw on Raw, like Dylan said, that this feud is far from over. It's probably going to lead to some weird clash of I quit match or something, where he has to like acknowledge him or something. I can see it leading to some stipulation match. But yeah, I thought Jacob's going to be a huge star. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make him a star with this feud, but also like they're trying to rebrand the bloodline. It is the same feel as when Jey Uso was joining the bloodline the first time around. That blood feud between Roman and Roman. Roman slowly turning back into that tribal chief, self-centered tribal chief. So he's slowly showing the signs again, like when he was with Heyman. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. So honestly, I thought the main event was good. It wasn't the best match on the card, but still, it did what it had to do.
Gary?
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of this match. I thought it was good, but I would have rathered, I think, like, you remember the unsanctioned match at WrestleMania with Drew McIntyre? I would have preferred something more like that, I think. Like, that would have been crazy. I would have liked for it to have been like a bloodbath match, but this whole, like, death grip thing, whatever the hell it is that he did for like 4 weeks prior to Backlash, and then now at Backlash he did it, and then after he lost he did it, and on Monday Night Raw he did it again, and I don't know, man. It's overdone. I just want to see them beat the shit out of each other and then see a winner. And I think again, like for a main event, it's not fun to watch people come out and distract someone or whatever, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hug you," and then pull the top thing off of the turnbuckle and then slam your face into it while the ref isn't looking. You know, like it. I don't know. It just the whole match to me was not good. I would have preferred the Io Sky and Asuka match be the main event. I think it was good overall as like an entire event, but that one match as the main event was not it for me. I don't know. I think they could have done way better.
Right?
Oh, we all expected this. The outcome of this match. We all knew that Roman was gonna win. The only thing I was shocked that the ending of the match, how he had Roman on his back spitting up spit right there. It was weird, and I was more interested to see why the Usos didn't come out and help out. Maybe they took that warning that they said or that he said Friday night to heart. That's why they didn't come. But it was an okay match. It's to be expected.
Jordan?
Yeah, everybody knew that Roman was gonna win, and this feud's gonna go a while.
Yeah, predictable finish. I didn't so much predict the end of it. Like I said, how Jacob pretty much no-sold the end. He took the 3 count, got right up, and just started whipping Roman's ass at the end. And yeah, that was a very unpredictable finish. But yeah, this is far from over. As we saw in Raw, this is far from over. We're gonna get it again at Clash in Italy. I can even see it going past that. But one of this is gonna end up with Jacob winning it, and I think they'll pull a trigger at some point. But if he falls again to Roman, I mean, you start believing less and less into the guy. So hopefully they do something with this. Like I said on Raw, we got him, doing the same thing to Roman. And yeah, I mean, it's very interesting to see where they're going with this. So I thought the overall show was good. Before we get on out of here, we'll start with Chef and we'll go to the same order. Out of 5 stars, what would you give Backlash?
I mean, it's good. I thought about this for what it was. I'm gonna be generous, and I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 4, even though the it's kind of, even though it can be kind of annoying that you only have like 5 matches. At least what we got was good, and to me the match of the night was by far Asuka versus, and I think that should have been. And I agree. I think that should have been the main. That should have been the main event, not Roman and against two. Nothing against those. Nothing against those.
Dingo?
I give it a 4.5.
Okay.
I thought the pay-per-view was really good. Honestly, all the matches were really good. So I honestly enjoyed it. So I thought it was it was a better pay-per-view than what I had going in. So I had low expectations. So
Gary?
Kind of hard for me because it's my first one, but honestly, I'd say maybe a 3. Like, there were some really good matches. I think like I said, the Io and Asuka match was a 5 out of 5 for me, but with matches like the Sami Zayn and Trick Williams being like a 1 out of 5, and the main event not being that great, being like maybe a 2.5 out of 5 for me. I think overall I enjoyed it, but I think it was like a 3 out of 10 or a 3 out of 5. I mean, it wasn't the greatest. I've seen better Monday Night Raws than this event, dude.
Blaine?
Yeah, I give it a 3. I wasn't expecting much, being that the card that they had. Like Garrett said, we did see better SmackDowns and Raws than that show. So yeah, I give it a 3.
Jordan?
I'll give it a 4. I think Asuka and Io was probably the match of the night, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, I mean, I think it over exceeded expectations for me. I didn't have much going into this, but overall, everything I think minus Trick and Sammy was pretty good. The main event overall wasn't fantastic either. So that's what kind of hurt my score there. So, but like I said, overall, put it all into one, I thought it was a pretty decent show. And we're looking forward to another good show at the end of the month with Clash in Italy. But that will actually do it for Backlash, and will do it for the show in general. We do have AEW Dynamite. The watch party is going on right now on the Circle of Debate YouTube channel. Dango, Chef, this was a pleasure. We're very happy to have you guys on with us. Chef, starting with you, man, is there any form of social media we can find you at?
Yeah, I help run the Top Rope Wrestling Talk group on Facebook. Okay. You can find me there. You can find our friends from Circle of Debate there too. We do mental health Mondays. When I have time, top 10 Tuesdays. We spotlight wrestlers and matches on Wednesdays sometimes too. And yeah, I'm going to look for that match between Minoru Suzuki and Asuka for Sunday Night Cinema. But don't forget, Ted Turner passed away, so I did promise that I was going to dedicate the rest of May and in June, maybe even into July, since there's so much history of wrestling on the Turner Networks, Jim Crockett Promotions, because he brought that, and WCW.
Yeah.
I mean, I think after everything that he did for the wrestling business, I think that we should, pay Mr. Turner his just respects with this.
Absolutely. Dango, where can we find you at, man?
You can find me on Twitter and X at DirtSheetDan BTT, which is behind the turnbuckle, which I am also an intern over there for Jonathan Coachman and Vince Russo for the Coach and Bro Show. So you can see me also there, and I sometimes go on with Dirt Sheet News, and so you can also find me on Circle Debate for the watch alongs sometimes on Tuesdays, sometimes on Wednesdays, most likely on a Friday, or you'll see me sometimes on Chaotic Chaos with Kayla every so often. Nice. Not often though.
Right. Gary.
Hey, you can find me on Facebook, Gary Ponto, or on Twitter, Gary_Ponto04. And every week when we have guests, especially ones that I've never met, I always like to, say thank y'all. Chef, Dango, it was awesome meeting y'all, and we had a good time having y'all. So just wanted to send y'all a thank you from me.
Anytime.
I've heard nothing but great things about you, Gary.
Well, that's good.
Blaine?
You can find me on Facebook at Blaine Arsenal, or X at B_Arsenal_.
Jordan?
You can find me on Twitter at Jordan_J2000.
That's right. You can find me at _Ace of Elite. You can find the podcast at World Elite Pod. Same handle on Instagram, World Elite Pod. We do have merchandise and our sponsors, affiliates, all in the description of this video. So go and check that out. Show some love to all of that. The audio versions of the podcast can be found on all major audio platforms. We do have our calendar booked for the rest of the month. Next week, next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central is our AEW Double or Nothing predictions. Looking to see who we'll get for that. I kind of have some people in mind already. The next week, we are pulling double duty. The following Tuesday, I should say on the 26th, I want to say, is our Clash in Italy picks. And then the Wednesday right after is our first interview of 2026. We're bringing on an independent wrestler, Mikey O'Shea, on for an interview. So check that out. It will be live also on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central. So yeah, we got some fun stuff for the rest of the month. Some more fun people to bring on. So like I said, Dango, Chef, this was a blast. The door is always open for you guys to come back always. So we do appreciate y'all. Everyone who tuned in to chat, everyone who was watching, and even if you didn't comment, doesn't matter. We still appreciate you regardless for tuning in. But from all of us here at the World Elite Podcast, we will see you all next week, next Wednesday, AEW Double or Nothing. But until then, y'all enjoy their week of wrestling, and we'll see y'all next week.